podcast time.
Well, hello and welcome to another episode of The Gentleman and the Jerk. I'm the Jerk, I'm Chris. Right there, that guy. Well, he's right there, that guy. That's Mark. Welcome to Sunday night here. It's another episode of our podcast. Mark, how are you doing tonight?
Oh, just another day in paradise. Just a good weekend, I guess. Got to go back to work tomorrow and see how it goes. How about you? You had a much more eventful weekend, it sounds like, than I did.
I'm not sure if eventful is the right word. I definitely got a lot of stuff going on, that's for sure. Hey, knock on wood. So far we have no technical difficulties. I think that's a great thing.
Yes.
No, I have been crazy busy all weekend long. Actually, the last several days, I've been preparing to open my new office for my business, and that has been taking all of my time and all of my resources and all of my money. But I'm glad that we are open tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. and then I can take a little bit of the pressure off me for a few days.
Are you going to be in the office the first few days? I mean, what's your plan going forward?
So I am going to work in the original office on Mondays and Thursdays, and I'll be in the new office on Tuesdays and Fridays. So I'll be splitting my time between the two offices. I mean, the main reason why I went to the new office is because a large portion of my clientele live in the city that I'm moving the new office is opening in. So, but I still have a large clientele base in the city that I'm in. So it's going to be a nice balance of the two things, and try to grab a new market and expand the business and grow it.
See what happens. It's that's an exciting time. How are you going to like your commute?
I'm not looking forward to actually having a commute. As you learned when you visited me last month, my office that I've had for the last 6 years is literally next building. It's next door to my house. So I get out and I walk across the driveway. The worst part is when it's snowing in the winter, but it's
put the boots on.
Yeah, now I got to actually get in a car and drive somewhere every day. Well, not every day, but 2 days a week, I guess. But
tough life.
Yeah, there'll be a learning curve, I guess, but we'll get there. It'll be fine.
You'll make it. You'll survive. It's an exciting experience. I know that jump from one location to two locations is pretty massive. I know you've kind of had some forays into that previously.
Right.
This sounds like it's a lot different than those. I mean, this sounds like it's a full-fledged, real deal, new, full office. Nobody, You're not relying on anyone but yourself to make it work.
Yeah, that's exactly it. This is the first time where it's not a satellite in somebody else's office. This is full on a new location. And also, I may have mentioned before, I actually changed the business name too. So we had a very regional name that was the city that I'm in, and massage, but now it's a new name that's more in line with the type of massage that we do. So it offers me the opportunity to just add the extra name onto the end. So I don't want to pitch it on here because the majority of our viewers are not in this area, so that's perfectly fine. But it goes well. It's a good thing. I'm looking forward to this new venture and the new chapter in my life, as it were.
No, and that's wonderful to hear. It's hopefully 3 years down the line you're talking about opening your third and fourth offices, and it just keeps rolling from there. I mean, that's
to be honest with you, the plan is to do it a lot sooner than 2 or 3 years. I'd like to be in another location by probably this time next year. I think that would be opportune.
Yeah, and you don't want to expand too quickly. I mean, that can backfire as well.
For sure.
You've been doing it long enough. You probably know what you need to do.
Yeah, I mean, and this one, I mean, I am already personally booked up for the entire month of August in both locations. So I think we're gonna be just fine. And tomorrow we're completely booked up for the first day, so that's good. Can't really ask for much more than that.
No, and that's a positive outlook on it. It's keep yourself busy, and that'll kind of trickle over to your employees and go from there.
Yep, absolutely. So what's going on in your life, man? That's my story. What's your story?
Well, so I don't know. Last few days, it's been all I've been thinking about is vacation. All I've been thinking about is getting out somewhere, going somewhere, finding a trip. I've got, we've talked about this at length before. I've got multiple Delta credits from this year's fiasco of vacation traveling. We were supposed to be, let's see, it's the 2nd of August. On the 11th, we were supposed to be flying out to Paris. That, of course, is not happening because nobody can get their crap together and actually wear a mask. But, that's neither here nor there. So that trip's gone. I actually finally made my final call yesterday to Disneyland Paris and canceled that. I was just kind of, holding out hope that something would change. So, and then in the last 2 weeks, they also canceled our October cruise. So that's done as well. So I currently have no vacations planned. I'm not even thinking about that. And now I want to plan a new one. And I've been looking everywhere trying to find something to do. You and I have had conversations about this, and you aren't ready, are you?
No. Well, see, it's hard to say.
There?
So no, I'm not ready to travel somewhere. I have got my last Disney vacation, which was scheduled for November. We just officially canceled that last week, or this past week, and that is because Run Disney finally made the decision to postpone the events, the Wine and Dine half marathon and challenge for that weekend. And so with that moved, I deferred my registration to next year, and I'm now. I'm looking forward to going there next November and running the races then. I've been getting away locally, so we've gone a few miles up the road, and I've been hiking a lot and stuff like that. Although I have not had a lot with all this business stuff going on. I have not been out and getting my normal exercise, but I'm not really in a hurry to leave the state. My girlfriend's mother, she's going to come visit us a little bit down the road here, maybe in September timeframe. There's still a possibility that I may shoot out to Seattle to see you and to bring my friend Joe back from Seattle across the country. So we'll see. I mean, I don't know the way things are going. It's looking like it's starting to improve, but we could have a second wave of this thing come through, and it could all blow up again. So who knows?
So Angela and I have been, talking about going places and doing things, and I started looking at the DVC deals about a week ago, and you can get 6 nights in October at the Polynesian for $1,500 in October.
Wow!
In the middle of a pandemic, but 6 nights. If you go on the Walt Disney World website, it's $700 a night for that same room. And
they're still charging that.
Yes, they still want that, and I think it's to deter people from actually going.
Probably.
In some ways, I think I've seen videos lately, and it sounds like the traffic there is getting a little bit heavier, but still, I don't think they want that place packed. They don't want that to be a PR nightmare. I mean, the rest of Florida is a PR nightmare already, sure. Except they just don't know it yet. So, I don't think Disney wants to be a part of that. So,
no, I would agree.
Yeah, it just seems like that's hard to pass up. It's hard to pass up.
I look at video from people that are down at Disney, and I'm not going to lie, I get a little jealous. As a matter of fact, my friends just got engaged at Epcot
awesome.
yesterday. Yeah, yesterday I think it was. And, great for them, and I wish I was doing drinks around the world. That would be awesome, but I just don't. I go to Disney all the time. You go to Disney all the time. I don't want to have that experience altered. I want that to be the thing with Disney for me. I have a very hectic, very chaotic life. I work an exorbitant number of hours. So when I go to Disney, I really do try to check out. I try to, right out of my professional life and try to be in that bubble of Disney. And I do believe, while I'm not anti-mask by any stretch of the imagination, I do believe that existing inside of the parks with a mask would taint Disney for me for that experience. Probably not permanently or anything like that. I'm not trying to be melodramatic, but I think it would be a less experience for me. And I don't need to go. I've gone enough times in the last several years. I don't need to go. I don't feel this overarching urge to go. So if I don't go, it's not the big deal. I can do other things nearby.
I understand that. I totally get it. And for me, I wear a mask 10 hours a day, every day at work. So for me, it's kind of just become, as much as I don't like it, it's become kind of a natural add-on for me. And that makes me almost sick to my stomach to say that. But, it is what it is. I have to wear it. I have to keep people safe. I have to keep myself safe. And, it's a matter of courtesy to people. So for me, the mask really isn't a big deal. And we've been talking. It sounds like they pushed back the opening date to the Polynesian Resort to October 8th. So if we went in the middle of October, we'd be right there when everything at the Polynesian opened. And I think my wife and I could have a great time just going to the resort and, hanging out, maybe go over to the Contemporary, have dinner, something like that. I don't even think it's necessarily about going to the parks and doing that thing. I think in that way I do travel differently than you do. And I think, that's okay. But I could see myself going there and just doing just resorts, just sitting there, relaxing, having a nice time, maybe walk over to the parks for a couple hours and just head on back just to see what it's like. I think that would be great. I think that'd be great.
Yeah. I mean, not for me. Jessica and I, my girlfriend, we've talked about going down there when we originally were discussing whether or not to cancel the November trip. She was on the fence. She kind of still wanted to go. She's like, it would be a quieter experience. We could, like you said, we could just enjoy the resorts. But I don't know. For me, it's just that's not why I go. So I don't feel like it would be the same experience for me. It's not kind of what I want, So I sound whiny. I sound like a horrible, like a bougie whiny ass.
You know what I'll say? Good. Sound whiny. Be upset. This is crazy right now. We can't go where we want to go. And that sounds like first world problems and things when we're dealing with a pandemic, but damn, you gotta express yourself, express those emotions that, this sucks. This isn't how I want life to be. I want it to be different. Right. I'm totally okay with you sounding like that. Totally okay. Go for it. You rant and rave about it as much as you want.
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah. I will. So, So we talked about something else for next year. Full disclosure. Hold on. Full disclosure. He texted me yesterday, and I was in the process of imbibing wine, fermented grapes that are turned into alcohol through application of yeast. And so I was imbibing the adult beverages. You texted me a screenshot about a cruise that you want to go on to, and I turned to Jessica and I said, this idiot wants to go on a cruise in November. And she's like, there's absolutely no way I'm going on a cruise in November, getting stuck on a ship for a month. Fill me in on what I did wrong.
November 2021. And I thought I was being nice because I was, Jessica and I had talked previously how she always wanted to go on a cruise. She would love to go on a cruise out of Galveston because it would be great if her mom could come on the cruise. And it would be very easy for her mom to get to Galveston. You must be bored of me yawning like that. But
it's not on screen. It's not on screen. Way to blow up my spot, man.
Wow. Ruined your day. Yeah, he was just yawning at me. So, he blocked me out. What a jerk. Anyway, so I thought, oh man, what a great way to at least, bring it up 2 years in advance and say, hey, you know what? I'm being thoughtful. I remember this great story about your girlfriend wanting to go on a cruise with her mom and enjoying it and thinking, man, that'd be great to go on for that ride, just to see someone new experience the cruise. And you just ruined it for me once again.
I'm sorry.
Just like normal.
I'm so sorry. And first of all, I switched the camera because I am exhausted right now. I've been up since 5 a.m. I went on. So we talk about how I'm doing things around here. Actually, I was going to show you. I started showing Mark when we were still off the air, but I will. I'm going to take a moment to show you guys what I was doing today. So in New York, we have, for those of you that are on the West Coast watching this, or anywhere really for that matter, that are watching this, I live in the upstate region, or what's known as the Finger Lakes region of New York, and this right here is where I spent my day today, and this is Watkins Glen State Park. It is located at the very bottom of Seneca Lake, which is one of the largest of the Finger Lakes, and it's just a series of waterfalls that have created these huge crevasses and canyons, and it's just amazing. This right here that was the Horseshoe Falls. I think I might have another shot of it coming up here. Yeah, right here. Super cool. Yeah, right. So this is a walkway. Oh, you can't see that. The cursor's not on here. So there's a walkway right there in the middle behind that waterfall, and you actually end up walking behind it. So this was it was just a grand day. Oh, this is a nice little slow-mo I got here. Check this out. That's sexy as hell. So, just absolutely beautiful day. We got out there before the storm came. They have all these natural, they look like natural bridges they built. I mean, really just a phenomenal time.
Really
So this is what we're doing with our time. And it's a way to get out and do things without, getting on a plane and traveling across the country, which is what we're really trying to avoid doing.
No, and I get that. I don't want to travel across the country either, but I also don't want to hike if I can help it. Which is that's probably the wrong attitude. Hey, I just wanted to bring this up. It looks like I don't think anyone knows how to comment this week. We've had some pretty active commenters in the last few weeks. I don't think anybody knows how to use YouTube yet. We'll get there.
Yeah, we
Anyway.
we are also not getting anywhere near the viewership that we normally get on Facebook. So if you've come across this video, especially if you're coming across it after the live broadcast when we've posted the video online, we for the last 3 months we're doing videos on Facebook Live every Sunday. We decided to move over to YouTube to see if we can build up our viewership with more strangers, people that aren't our friends, to see if we have any actual livelihood with this, and in the future.
We're at 5. We're at 5. That's all our friends.
Yeah, we're killing it, man. We're absolutely killing it right now. we'll discuss what I'm doing with my personal YouTube channel here in a little while.
We'll get there. Let's leave that for later, because something else.
Yeah,
you totally shocked me. But anyway, yeah. So I love seeing pictures and videos of you out on your trips and these short trips and spending time there. I know it was just a long weekend, but I know it is a long time commitment for you to go out to some of these places. It's not like they're very close to you. I mean, when we were driving around, it was still a good hour to go here, an hour to go there. Which is for us. I mean, I have a massive waterfall 25 minutes from my house, and I haven't been there in 10 years. So that's on me. I should probably get out there and do those things. And yes, the waterfall is bigger than your waterfall, but nobody. Yeah, it is. Trust me, it is. But we're not in one of those measuring games today, so that's okay. But yeah, I mean, we have all these natural, beautiful things around here, and I choose to sit in my basement all day yesterday. I think I got through 4 movies. Yeah, I think I got through 4 movies, but better than working in the upstairs and taking carpet out. So
I have not been watching movies. I have been watching a lot of television series, not live because we don't watch any live TV, but I've been watching a lot of television series. Jessica turned me on. She's been hounding me for a while now to watch Hannibal, which I am not. I like Silence of the Lambs, but I never saw Red Dragon movie or any of the other stuff. And then when the Hannibal show came out, I really wasn't familiar with Mads Mikkelsen. It wasn't until Rogue One and then Doctor Strange that he got turned into my radar. I got turned to Mads Mikkelsen and what he could do as an actor. So she's been hounding me for quite some time. She's watched the series completely through 3 times, and finally I gave in about a week or so ago. Oh my God, it's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. Now, she did tell me, because we're about halfway through the 2nd season right now, she did tell me that the 3rd season jumps the shark and it gets a little ridiculous.
Okay.
So I have not gotten there yet, but I'm enjoying the hell out of what I'm watching on that show right now.
Is it good? So I just started watching Perry Mason on HBO.
On HBO, yep.
Oh, dude, so good.
See,
good.
I saw a review when it first came out, and they said it was the worst thing on television. Oh, there you go.
It's
no accounting for taste, I guess they say.
No, you're right. I have no taste. I have a bigger waterfall, but no taste. But it's fine. No. I think it's very good. I believe the main character, I think his name is Matthew Rhys, the actor. I think he does a good job. John Lithgow's in it, and
nice.
I don't know did you ever watch Dexter?
Oh yeah. Except for the last. I didn't watch the last season, but
the Jump the Shark, yeah.
Yeah, they really jumped the shark on that show too. Yeah.
Probably worse than Hannibal, I'm sure. But his character in Dexter is probably my single favorite acting jobs of all time. I mean, it's amazing. I mean, so scary, just crazy. And see him in this is a very different character. He's a lawyer, but I just think he's great. So yes, I very much like the show. I would definitely recommend it. Speaking of recommendations, have you watched any more of our recommendation?
I forgot. What did you have me watch?
You don't even remember what it was?
Oh, is that show with the city out there in the area in California? I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I've been watching the shit out of the show. He had me watch Silicon Valley, and I actually let me give me a second here real quick because I don't even know what. Oh, I can look it up over here. I got to look and see what episode I'm on right now. Give me a moment. It won't take but a moment. I am on season 4, episode 4. I just finished episode 3.
Okay, so Russ Hanneman, have you got to him yet? The billionaire?
Yes.
Three commas.
Wait, three commas? No.
Okay,
No, I have not gotten there.
So
Oh no. Okay, so the episode that just ended, he was he was going into Russ's house. He opened the gates up and he was going in to talk to Russ about equality on the internet. And that's okay, so that's where I just ended. So don't say anything more, don't spoil anything for me.
I do have to show you something because you're gonna crack up. But
okay, go ahead.
Finish. No, you go first.
I was just gonna say I absolutely love this show. I have been not binge watching it. It's because Jessica's not watching it. If she's in the room, she'll kind of half pay attention to it, but she has not been consistently watching it. So I try to watch it when she's not around, so that I'm not making her, pay attention to a show she's not really, into. But when she does watch it, she enjoys it. Yeah. But
awesome.
It's
okay.
Yeah. Run. I don't know. Oh Jesus. Okay. Goodbye. I don't know where he's going right now.
Right there. So
this is live broadcast.
Yep. It's okay.
Okay.
You saw my face. Russ Hanneman has a product in the show. I don't know if you've seen it yet. They actually make it. Trace Tomas tequila.
And they really make it, huh?
Yep, and it's got the comma for the lid.
Oh my God, that's fantastic.
Yeah, it's had to find it online, but I had to have one. So anyway, it's gross, but I don't like tequila anyway. But wonderful show. I'm glad you like it. I think I haven't watched as much of The West Wing as you would probably like, but I got into that new show, Perry Mason. I'm stuck on it, and then I decided I wanted to watch a bunch of movies. Picked out a few, and that's life, right? So
I will get through. I'm going to get through this show for sure. I don't know what I'm going to watch after that. There are some. Hold on before anybody jumps down my throat. There are some animes that I want to watch and catch up on. There's a new season of a couple different shows out that I haven't gotten a chance to catch up on yet, and some old things too. There's actually Jessica and I, as soon as we're done with Hannibal, we're going to go back to Mindhunters and watch season 1 of Mindhunters and then season 2, and then
that's super cool.
Yeah, season 2 of Umbrella Academy just came out, so I got to watch that. And then by the time I'm done with all that stuff, season 2 of The Boys, season 2 of The Boys will be out on Amazon Prime. So there's plenty of watching. And then by the time I'm done with all that, then we'll probably have the Mandalorian by then. So
I sure hope so. Because that's
they're saying it might release early because Disney Plus needs content because Falcon Winter Soldier is not premiering in August like they originally planned. Right. So hopefully they're going to have Mandalorian maybe in September, a little early. Yeah, that'd be nice.
So if you want another sitcom, I guess you wouldn't even call it a sitcom. Did you ever watch Eastbound and Down? It's an HBO show. Oh my God, he's what's his name? I gotta remember his name. The actor. He plays Kenny Farr. Danny McBride. Curly-haired dude, kind of a pudgy guy. Plays a former washed-up baseball player. You can tell why I like it. Washed up. But if you want something crazy, that's highly recommended on my list. I know it sounds like you're more of a drama kind of guy, and that makes sense. I've seen your life, so I'm not sure what that means. I'm more of a comedy, so my life's just funny. So.
Speaking of comedies and tragedies, I forgot. You know what else I am doing? I completely there's something else in my life. I start tomorrow. Last weekend, before our broadcast, I went and auditioned for a play. I have not been in a live performance in close to 15 years, but with everything I have going on, I said, why not add one more thing? What is that going to hurt? Yeah, so I went and auditioned and ended up getting cast in the male lead for Antigone. Which is so I'm playing Antigone's father, which is or I guess uncle. Yeah, so not all right. You're not. You're mean.
I'm trying. I'm trying.
You're always mean.
Next week, you're going to say, I'm the gentleman. I mean, you're the gentleman.
Oh,
That's
my
what's
God.
going to happen. So
Yeah,
I'm trying.
we were talking. Yeah. So anyway, I got that tomorrow. I got to read through. We're doing a table read together. Although we're going to socially distance, all 6 feet apart. So we're outside. So that's tomorrow. Yeah, I forgot about that.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And they're supposed to premiere this fall or when?
Yeah, I think end of August is our first performance. So it's only a few weeks of rehearsals, and then it's an outdoor performance on an outdoor stage. And I mean, who knows? It's my return to acting. Maybe I'll get the bug again, and I'll have to scratch that itch all the time.
Yeah, we'll have to get Jason back in this. You have to go visit him or something out here. Yeah, we have a mutual friend. We went to the Walt Disney Studios with Jason Connolly, who's made movies around the city of Seattle, and had one called Pterodactyl that actually he played a sheriff, and he was actually very well regarded, won some awards. So check it out, Pterodactyl. I believe it's on Amazon Prime. It's like 12 minutes long. It's worth watching.
By the way, speaking of that, do you know why it's so hard to tell when a pterodactyl's going to the bathroom?
No, I don't know, Chris. Why?
Because the P is silent.
Oh, what about both P's? That's funny.
You ruined my joke, man. Why are you gonna be such a terrible human being? Anyway,
that's normal. That's life. All
right. Yeah.
You didn't have to respond to my message the first time I messaged you. Remember that.
Wow. Before we jump this. That's right. Hey, listen, this was your idea to do this podcast quite some time ago, and I have to admit I enjoy this. I look forward to our Sunday nights together.
That's all right. It's all right.
Yeah, perhaps at some point though we should actually plan an actual planned show with content and like actually do our homework and all that kind of stuff.
We're staying strong at 5 though. That's okay.
Oh, we haven't lost any viewership.
No. Hell no.
We have. Yeah, we have stuck right with 5 for quite some time now. People are sticking with us.
It's my wife and my sister,
God, we love you guys. We absolutely love you guys.
Yeah. So, and Angela just actually commented that we should do a show about the studio tour, and I think
I saw that.
A fantastic idea. We will be planning a second studio tour, hopefully for early 2022. If I can't get in 3 months.
Yeah, you said that you had gotten close to the points, right? Like you were getting pretty close to it, right?
There. I bought a bunch of new DVDs. I got to go through them all and figure out how many points. I think I'm like 2,000 points away. They've suspended even being able to purchase it. So once COVID's over, then we'll be able to purchase it again, and then we'll go from there. So, Brandy, you're not coming this time. I have to have new people that I like. Love you. She just asked if she could go, I think. So, she's in.
Could Nico go though? I mean, if Brandy's not going, could we still bring Nico?
Oh yeah, we like nice people. Not me. I guess I can't go then. Shit.
No, I'm the jerk. You're the gentleman.
Fine. Yeah, you're right. No, you're not. So I think Jessica would love going too. I think she'd really like that experience. It's a different side of Disney. It was something, and what I want to do this time is get the extra good tour where you actually get to go into the cafeteria as well. So I like food, so.
There you go.
Got to go that way.
Yep.
So anyway,
we did get this. Yeah, we'll do an episode about that. I got a bunch of video I shot. I still have all the footage that I shot while I was there on that trip. So in fact, I never even really completed that portion of the footage. I don't remember why. So I came back to some kind of catastrophe back here.
I think I know why.
Well, actually, no. You know what it was though. I came back from that trip in Disney, and 2 weeks later, I was gone again down to Disney World for a wedding. And then a few months later, I got divorced.
You were also quite fat then. You were. I got pictures to prove it. Standing next to the sign.
Yeah.
So,
I was a little thick. Although I'm putting it back on, man. I got the COVID 20 right now.
No,
I got the COVID 20. Yes, I do. I do. It's terrible.
Look like you've been running every day.
No, that's not true. Not true at all. I will tell you. I have been spending a lot more time in front of the camera doing stuff like this and not getting out and doing as much. I'm going to transition to our final topic only because I do have to keep this episode a little bit shorter than normal tonight because I have more work I have to go do to get ready for tomorrow morning. But so my channel, I talked about my channel before. I started my channel probably about my first one, which was called the Daily Octane. I started about 5 years ago. It was right after my first Disney trip. and I started recording all of my travel stuff and all my workouts, and then I was training for my first marathon, and I recorded all that stuff, and the channel was called the Daily Octane. I kept up with it. It wasn't daily, but it was probably every few days. My original inspiration for the channel was actually from watching Adam the Woo. So if you've ever turned on to Adam the Woo on YouTube, he did almost 6 full years of everyday videos, traveled all over the country, a lot of Disney, a lot of Universal, and I've been watching his channel religiously. And I didn't want to emulate his channel necessarily, but I took a cue from the Daily name and thought maybe I'll do something kind of like Daily. And it just didn't work out. But eventually, after realizing that a daily show was not going to work out for me, I changed the name to the Sometimes Vlogger, because I would sometimes vlog about whatever was going on in my life. So it allowed me to have that sporadic nature and with a complete name change. Well, fast forward to about, I don't know, maybe 6 to 8 months ago, or just actually, no, it's probably a year ago now at this point, I decided I'm going to give it another go. So I left my Sometimes Vlogger channel up, and I started a brand new channel, and once again named it the Daily Octane. And I was stuck with it for about 45 days of doing just silly posts every day, mostly just like a Dear Diary kind of thing. And nobody watched anything. I got like 4 views on most of my videos. Yeah, Mark watched it. He was one of my viewers. I had one video that was not
4
Disney.
views, right? 4 views, right?
On some things, right?
Yeah, that was me 4 times.
Oh, okay, great. So it is unique. It is unique views, but thank you. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
No, you were interrupting me. No, obviously it was important to hear what you had to say.
Oh no, it wasn't. I was just being a jerk again.
Oh, good. Well, at least we're staying fluid. So anyway, yeah. I had one video pop last fall. I had gone to a live Q&A and screening of Star Trek with James T. Kirk himself, William Shatner, and he did a Q&A, and then we met him backstage afterward. And so I did a video about that experience, and that one got about 1,100 views. And I saw that. I've had a couple of Disney videos, like Disney trip videos, that got a couple hundred views, and that was always great. But when that Shatner video went over 1,000, I was so proud of myself. Cool. I'm like, I have accomplished something in my life, and there is nowhere to go but down from here. And then, of course, every video after that was maybe 20 views, maybe 30 views. I started when COVID hit. I started talking more about what was going on with COVID, and I started getting really irritated with some of the conspiracy theory shit that was going on and all this false information, and I started really... Go ahead.
You tried something else in between. You tried to do an actual blog.
Oh, yeah. So I turned the Daily Octane in my website into a blog, and I was doing actual writing every day. That was a challenge. I was really good for about a week, and then I seriously lost steam, and then I started struggling to keep up with it. And that's a lot to do every morning, to write, a lot, and to keyword it, and to make sure your punctuations are right, and your syntax is proper, and all that kind of stuff. So I gave up on that, and then I took a good solid, I don't know, month and a half, 2 months off, until about 2 weeks ago, I think now, and I got really just irritated with a few things that were going on, and I said, that's it, I've had enough. And what I realized, and I hit the mic, what I realized was that with this format that we're doing here, with this live streaming, I could actually cut out what had become the most time-consuming aspect of being a daily vlogger, and that was the editing process. By doing this and being able to do things like this, and to switch screens and to show a different screen like this, and I can put my face in the screen and all that kind of stuff. By being able to do this in real time, it allows me to edit on the fly. I don't have to go back and edit. And one of the things that I frame my channel around is this idea that if I make a mistake, it's going right up to YouTube. I don't care. I'm keeping everything just the way I record it. And it's a very political channel. And so at first I was getting like 50 views, 60 views, and I'm like, whoa, wow, you go political and you keyword it right, you can get a couple of things up there. And so then I started making custom thumbnails. And then after like my third thumbnail, Jessica, my girlfriend again, she looks at me and she goes, your thumbnails look like they were made in the 90s. And I'm like, that was like the rudest thing I have ever heard. So I started like researching how to make better thumbnails, and certainly that has gotten way, way better. So,
oh yeah.
Yeah, so that's kind of where I'm at. So what happened was and I'm gonna pull up my channel here on YouTube. What happened was I made a video last week, or actually it was almost 2 weeks ago now. I made a video about that lawyer that shot the judge's daughter or son and husband. And hold on one second. I'm gonna ignore that. All right, so I'm gonna bring this up over here. So I made this.
I want to know what that was.
Oh, that's my new intro video. I'll show you that in a couple minutes here.
Yeah, I saw that.
So,
I already saw that.
so this is my channel here. So you can see these are my new thumbnails. If you can see there on the screen, I know you can't unless you wait for the delay a little bit. But let me fast forward a little bit further in time. This is what my other thumbnails look like. So this was the first video right here that popped, and you can see on this video right here, I got 3.2 thousand views on this video. Is Roy Denhollander a Patsy and Epstein case? So, and then, there were so many comments and people were jumping on. It turns out there is a really good audience for conspiracy theory on YouTube. And so I kept making them. And then I made the switch over to this new thumbnail format right here with these couple videos. And then I made, last week, it's actually 5 days ago now, they paraded out these doctors, quote unquote doctors, on after some thing, I don't know, whatever. They had a press conference per se, and so I did a video on that with this thumbnail. 7.6 thousand views I got on that, and so now I've gone full on the
Oh yeah,
the politics bandwagon. My video from Friday, I only do it Monday through Friday now. My video on Friday got 2.1 thousand views. So yeah, I'm getting we're gonna subscribe to my channel right now. So I got
that's okay.
Yeah, I got quite a few views. I mean, it's been a whirlwind, and man, I get so much hatred, much hatred from the Trump supporters. They go after me like I am the largest asshole that has ever walked the planet. It is really something.
You kind of are. I mean, let's be honest here. You just said it, not me. But hey, so you text me the night that video popped. This was Monday, July 20th at 6:14 p.m. Do you see how many views? Exclamation point, question mark, exclamation point, question mark, exclamation point. 6:24 at that point. You were so excited. And 3 minutes later, it was 6:59 already. So, you know what? Good for you. Full disclaimer, Chris is a little bit crazy. There's things that Chris says on his channel that I even think's a little bit crazy. So, but I do need to say that. But what the hell? It's so awesome that it's working for you. Getting your point out, no matter what your point is important. That's kind of the American way. And, it's also okay that people disagree with you. That's not a bad thing. The problem I see with a lot of the comments in your section is I disagree with you and you must die. It's not, I disagree with you and here's why. That's right. The problem with what's going on right now. If people would just disagree, we can all agree to disagree. Let's have a conversation about it and then go have a beer afterwards. The problem is we don't want to do that. We want to agree. We want to disagree, and we want to go grab a shotgun and kill him, bury him in the forest or something. And that's not right. That's not right. I don't like seeing that. So, like I said, sometimes I might agree with you, sometimes I might not, but I'm super happy and super glad that you're able to get your voice out there, and it's actually being heard, and that's important. That's very important. Good for you. Yeah, and I've had a few people comment with some really cool things. In fact, I've picked up probably what I've noticed now about 5 or 6 really loyal viewers that watch every single video, and then 2 or 3 of them, you certainly count in there as well, but 2 or 3 of these people will go in and defend me in the comment section. So I'll see them start commenting on everything, and they just go right back after these people. So I want to show everybody a couple more things here real quick about this channel. So one of the things that I have a friend, actually, before I go any further, I have a friend who's become a very successful YouTuber, and I have another friend who has been a successful YouTuber for a long time, and I've been asking them about advice as my channel's starting to grow, because I've also gone from 35 subscribers to 200 in about a week. So this is another thing right here. So this was my original intro video when I made the format change. You weren't on message. Can you say that?
Okay, so that was my original intro video, and after talking to some friends of mine, we decided that was probably not the best thing to be using for it, because one, it wasn't exactly representative anymore of what I was actually doing, because most of my stuff now is so hyper political that it was better if that's not what I had. So then I made the decision to go with something a little bit more in line with what my current channel is. I'm just looking for here it is here. So this is what I'm doing now. Coming back over to this in a second here. Give me a second. This is why we do this shit live, man. Okay, coming back over, bringing the volume back up, and here we go. So that I really like. And both of those intros I did myself. I've done all the editing for those and all that stuff. So it's the whole process for me is just a ton of fun now.
So I got to say, I couldn't watch I've seen it. I've seen your both intros. They're great. You did a great job. Awesome. Not pandering. I really believe that. But I was watching you while you were watching it, and you look like a proud papa there. That your baby is growing up. You look like a tear is coming down out of your eye.
Oh, I do enjoy it.
You know what? You went from this fun-loving guy who likes nature and can only go 46 miles an hour on a bike to this guy who just hates everyone that's not like you. I
don't hate everyone. So here's the thing. Here's the thing about politics, right? Here's the thing about politics. We have a new political norm now that specifically the conservative Republican side of politics is gotten very bullyish, right? So Donald Trump has made a political career, out of belittling his political rivals, out of making derogatory statements toward anybody that he deems to be an adversary. And the right is following suit. We got more and more senators and congressmen that are starting to do the same thing. Governors, certainly. And there's really nobody in Democratic politics doing it. Now, I'm not a politician, at least not yet. I'm not a paid pundit or anything like that. But no. I am sick and tired of the Democrats having to be nice. I like the Young Turks. If you've ever checked out the Young Turks, I want to be more in line with what they do. They take their liberal progressive politics and they jam it down your throat. And that's all I'm doing.
Yep. I agree with you. I think the biggest mistake that has been made probably by the Democratic Party is they don't fight fire with fire. It's almost like, they don't want to stoop to that level. And yep. I don't think of it as stooping to that level. I think of it as you have to come up to the new strategy that they've devised on the Republican side, as opposed to going down to where they're at. And it's a pretty we can go farther into this than we ever wanted to. It was looking to be a very, very smart strategy until policy got in the way. And that's a whole nother conversation for a whole nother day. And that's where it's being lost at this point. It's just, if you look back at January, and I firmly believe this, if Donald Trump had walked out at the beginning of March and said, hey, here's what we got to do. We're locking down the country. You all can't do what you want to do. We need to save the country from this terrible disease that's showing up, and had locked everything down. And then when and I know at the time that masks were controversial, but at the time when everybody started to embrace masks, if you had embraced his masks, he'd be going for a 10-point win right now. But he's down 8 to 9 points right now in the national polls. It'd be a 20-point swing, and I'm convinced of that. I'm convinced he'd be walking away with this election in the bag right now. If he would have just said, yep, I agree with that. If one time he would have said, yep, I agree that Black Lives Matter, whatever he made, even if he doesn't agree with the actual blacklivesmatter.com, if he just said it once, he's not losing. He needs to gain the middle. He's already got the far right. It doesn't matter. He can say stuff because who else are they going to go to? The problem is his narcissism forces him to be adversarial at all times, and that's just the reality of it. Yeah, and that's why someone who had a little bit better control over that probably would be blowing Biden out of the water right now.
Yep.
So,
and on that happy note. On that happy note, we are going to call it an evening because one of my staff members who's waiting to go to the new office is sitting outside in her car, so I have got to call this.
Oh, you got to.
Thank you very much, everybody. Hey, we're going to get together next week. Mark and I are going to make a promise to all of you out there in viewership land that we're going to actually have a format and a plan for next weekend, something to actually talk about.
And we're going to subscribe up here. I don't know where you subscribe.
All those things. We're gonna do that. And I'm eventually here. I'm going to get to all the stuff around me and all the animated titling and all that kind of stuff that I've been wanting to do. So. Patience, everybody. Thank you very much. We're going to do our best. Have a wonderful evening. Thanks again for watching. The Gentleman and the Jerk. We'll see you next Sunday. Have a great night.
Hey, y'all.